okay. Dr. Ahmed said that A1 is A and is right. So let's look at the sentence to find out why it's right. Here he said architect Paul Rivera Williams opened his own firm in 1922, and his vision and willingness to experiment take care of that. I need now a verb. I need now a verb. The problem that if you're going to look here, you're going to find that we have two verbs in the present, two verbs in the past. Like the first one is in the past. The second one in the present. The third one in the past. The last one in the present. So I have to decide first, is it past or present? And as you can find here in the sentence before, he said opened past. So I need the past. So the present, I'm going to delete it. Now, is it lit to or lit to? No, actually, it's lit to. Lit to. No to here, it's an adverb. Lit to a successful 50-year. So it's a right answer, Dr. Ahmed. Number two, Dr. Ahmed also got it right. The writer is considering revising the underlined portion to the following accurate phrase. He needs just to revise this and change it to whatever in front of you. Let's read the part again. He said the writer is considering revise the underlined portion to the following accurate phrase. So this is accurate. This is accurate. If the writer were to make this revision, the essay would primarily gain what? Not lose. Gain what? Let's find. Here he said he helped create more than 3,000 buildings, which varied in type, as well as homes for the Hollywood elite. I need to include this. So if he add this or if he find this, he's going to add what? Here he said including hotels, government offices, and hospitals. So we will gain details about the total number of buildings William helped create. No, he didn't talk about the total number here. Information about the kinds. Yes, these are kinds. Hotel, government offices, hospital. Of building that William helped create. A visual description of William's style in architecture. We didn't talk about his style or architecture here. We talk about kind of building. The idea that William preferred designing hotel over designing other kind of structure, he didn't say that. He said that it's going to include hotels, government offices, and hospitals. So this is also wrong. Number three, Dr. Ahmed also got it right. MashaAllah. Look, the second time, everything is start till now to be right. Dr. Ahmed, in the first version, you got the three of them in a row right, or you got some of them wrong?
What, Mr.?
The previous, when you solved them as a whole test, did you get the 1, 2, 3 right?
1, 2, 3 were right. It goes downhill from there.
Okay. So let's find this answer. Why Dr. Ahmed said stop. I'm going to take the full sentence. I'm sorry, it's not the sentence. The sentence here. And there is another part. One of his most interesting designs. Take care. Now I have the subject. There is no verb, so I need the verb. Then he said, where in Las Vegas? Just wait. Wait. I'm going to solve it by elimination. How? Here, where is plural. Have is plural. Where is plural. And the stud also can be for plural and singular. The problem that where, have, where for plural, and here the subject is singular. The subject here is singular one. So I'm going to take the one that has for the plural and singular. Start. I'm not going to take the one for plural. Number 4. Dr. Ahmed got it wrong. He said Vegas without anything. Let's find. He said one of his most interesting design, as we said to start, in Las Vegas, the La Concha model. So now this is talking about the building itself. Here it's talking about the building. So we can't choose semicolon. It's wrong. Because this is not a full sentence. We can't choose the semicolon as we said. Can we be the dash? Yes. Why? Because this is not essential, unessential phrase. Unessential phrase. Okay, mister? It can be essential, as Dr. Ahmed said. So I'm gonna keep it. It's gonna be only essential, Dr. Ahmed, if it comes immediately after the one that mentioned it. Like here he said, one of his most interesting design, the La Concha model, stood in Las Vegas. In that case, I'm gonna accept it like that. But if it's far away, you have to put a dash or colon. Clear, Dr. Ahmed? Okay, I'm with you. Say, tell me what you want.
اوكي. هو اللي حصل ايه؟ عشان برضه انا عاوز افهمها بالكامل. لما انا كنت على فكره عاملها اتش بس رحت شايلها ليه؟ لما نزلت شويه وقريت في الكويشن اللي بعديه لقيته بيمنشن اللي هو الكونشا موتل ده تاني، وقلت هي ازاي نون اسينشال، وبعدين رجع يذكره تاني از ان اسينشال بارت.
جميل. انا معاك في الحته دي، بس هي اصلا المفروض كابوزيتيف، هي دي ابوزيتيف يا دكتور احمد. فالابوزيتيف ما اقول دكتور تامر ذا انجلش تيتشر ورا بعض اهو، ورا بعض. لكن ما تكون بعيده يا دكتور احمد، اي موديفاير بعيد بنحط قبل كوما لانه اتس نوت اسينشال. كلير؟ هو المفروض كان يبقى بعد ديزاينز one of his most interesting design ده لا كونشا ماتل. انا معاك ان ما تحطش كومنتس. تمام؟
اوكي تمام.
نيجي لنمبر 5. دكتور احمد برضو got it wrong. انا هتكلم بعد كده على wrong. تمام؟ تعال نشوف الجمله كلها بيقول ايه. situated among larger Las Vegas hotels. دي كده modifier كوما.
بس I got
ده
it
لا
right in the test. في التست انا got it right، عشان كده انا عملتها هنا اجابه مختلفه.
طب ما احنا قلنا بص على التست، احنا قلنا شوف
ايوه
التست
ما انا
بتاع.
لا بس حضرتك عاملها لي رونج في التست. انا في التست عاملها 5 وحاطط لي 5A وحضرتك عامل لي عليها غلط.
لا معلش sometimes I got confused. تمام. situated among larger Las Vegas hotel the La Concha needed to stand. طبعا اسهل ما يمكن. No one tell me that is gonna be stand out and the William was hired to design it in 1961. Why this is needed? او هنقول to stand out from its neighbors. وبعد كده larger Las Vegas hotel، ما هو mention اللي هي larger or out and be different. Why the important for it? So it can be stand out only. I'm so sorry, Dr. Ahmed, just for this confusion.
Okay.
Number 6, also Dr. Ahmed is wrong. Number 6 is wrong. Let's find from the beginning. Envisioning a model that combined the name La Concha, which translated to shell, with the arched roofs typical of Georgia architecture. خلي بالك دي modifier. Envisioning. Who is envisioning? تقول me the lobby. ما تقوليش ان اللوبي هو اللي بيعمل envisioning ولا it ولا design. اللي بيعمل envisioning هو ويليامز. كلير دكتور احمد؟ دكتور احمد clear? You are mute. Dr. Ahmed, hello. Can you hear me, guys, or not?
Yes.
Okay. Dr. Ahmed, clear? I don't know what happened to Dr. Ahmed. Envisioning Dr. Ahmed, again, if you can hear me, is going to be William. William is the one that envisioning a model. Number 7. Dr. Ahmed got it right. I'm going to skip it. Go to the wrong. Number 8G, he got it right. Number 9A, he got it right. 10J, he got it right. 11C, he got it right. 12G, transitions. You got it right. 13A, you got it right. 14G, you got it right. 15C, you got it right. Okay. Let's go now. Passage 2. With whom passage 2?
Me.
With Streamer Adam. Okay. Streamer Adam. 16, you got G right. Okay, let's talk about the first part, then we're gonna go to the mistake. Dr. Ahmed, did you turn back or still? No, Dr. Ahmed left. Okay. Often dismissed as aquatic otitis. Take care. Also, this is a modifier. The same question of Dr. Ahmed. So I need aquatic. So something that described as an animal live in water. Okay, mister. It can be the octopus. So it's right. It can be octopuses. It can be species. It can be an octopus. Okay. Now I got confused. But I found something. That the first one is singular. The second one is plural. The third one is singular. Here there is are. Here there is. The fourth one is singular. Shukran. So I'm going to take the plural. If all of them are right, so I'm going to take the plural. Mentioned by Streamer Adam. 17C, Streamer Adam also. Let's have a look at it. Then we're going to go to the mistakes. Researchers have documented octopuses navigating intricate mazes and the problem here in and we know that what come before and come after. So if we're gonna say mazes, so I need something look like a maze puzzle. Don't tell me octopuses. Don't tell me they, because it's gonna be a long sentence, a clause. And if it's a clause, it must be preceded by a comma. لازم يبقى قبل and في comma. Even opening, it can be navigating and opening. Even open, no. Number 18, 18. I don't know in 18. Look at it, Adam, please, at your answer. You write it D. And here there is no D. There is another problem that happened with all of you. That sometimes you write for me a letter that actually is not meant. Shrimmy Adam, you're with me?
Yeah, I was checking it. It's I answered G.
J. Okay. G or J?
G.
It's J. That clear? Okay.
No,
It's because it don't make
the exam. In the exam, it's right.
exam is right. Okay, no problem. Explain. In 2012, at the New England, you guys are not,
I can hear you,
because
Mr.
I feel that I'm lagging.
Yes, I can hear you, Mr.
Okay.
Yes.
No, Mr. Your screen is not sharing.
Let's return back. Okay. Again, in 2012, prepositional phrase. At the New England Aquarium, prepositional phrase. An octopus use its anatomical siphon to propel a pill bottle. Okay. Then here he said, crossed its tank. We need a verb. Do we need a verb or an adjective? No. Here we need a prepositional phrase. A prepositional phrase, because we have a tank is the object of the preposition. So we can't say crossed its tank. It's wrong because this is a verb. Okay. across it or across it is. If you remember, I'm sorry, that if we have a prepositional phrase, we don't have subject and verb after it. We don't have subject and verb after it. So this is wrong. This is completely wrong. Okay. Let's go to number 19. Number 19 with the streamer Adam. He got it right. So 20H is right. 21D is right. 22F is right. 23D is right. 24. 24. There's a mistake in 24, streamer Adam. Let's find now how we're going to explain it. Take care that there's part in the beginning. There's part in the beginning. As it's mentioned in 23. He said this book, shorter is better. This book provides, so I have the subject and the verb, in-depth description of. Okay. Now I need object of the preposition. Another time, object of preposition. But it must be compound. He said toys and puzzles. Then he said researchers have invented for octopuses. So provide in-depth description of toys and puzzles. Researchers have, take care. There's another sentence. Subject and verb. So only we have Y and Z. So we don't need commas. So this is wrong, this is wrong, and this is wrong. So the answer is F. Why, Mister, if we put comma after, it's going to be run on sentence, because two sentences come after each other without a comma, it's run on. 25, you got it wrong also, streamer Adam. He said each subject cube feature a different latch. Did the verb. Here the subject, here the verb. Okay, but the problem here that we need something to put it here. He said each cube feature, I'm sorry, this is the verb. Did the verb. Each cube features and the octopus subject, this is the second subject has. So two sentences, if like that, how is gonna be connected only by for without a comma, or by and without a comma, or with so without a comma? We said if we have independent, then independent, between them you must have comma, fanboys. Or semicolon, or full stop. So here is wrong because missing a comma. What if I deleted each cube features a different latch? The octopus has here it can be. Why? Because here it's independent. How dependent? Because here we must write that, but that here is deleted. But Mister, how I'm gonna know that? Because I told you, for and so between two independent clauses, it will not be right. You must put comma before it. Clear, streamer Adam?
Yes.
26 is right. 27 is right. 28 is wrong. He said here, streamer Adam, which choice offered the most specific information about the myth? Okay, let's go to 28. And I need something to be specific. Something to be specific. Take care of specific. Here he said, why one octopus might use trial and error to unlatch the cubes, another octopus may just. Okay, let's find, I need the specific information. may just use a lot of strength in opening the large cubes. Okay. Focus on the cube themselves instead of the latches. Okay. Opt to break the larger cubes. Ruin the larger cubes. Teacher, I found that all of them talk about information. This is not specific. Why? Because he add an essential phrase. What about this? Use a lot of strength in opening the larger cubes. I think we're talking about the cubes. And here he said, use a lot of strength. It can be easily by making simple. Now I have up to break the larger cubes, and here ruin the larger cubes. Take care. I need the specific. Here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Here 1, 2, 3, 4. So I think streamer Adam, you choose it. J because it's the shorter. The right?
No, actually, I was between H and J, but I didn't know the meaning of opt. So I choose
So
J.
they try. They try. Come from the word option. And here he said trial and error. So it's better to take up to break the larger cubes.
I
Did you stream
didn't know
Adam?
بقى at the exam.
29, you got it right. 30, you got it right. Thank you, streamer Adam. Who is passage 3?
Me.
Engineer Omer. Okay. 31, Engineer Omer, you make it B. The answer is A. Let's find why. In her sand animation, prepositional phrase. In her sand animation performances. Okay. Prepositional phrase that act as a modifier. بتوصف مين بقى يا انجينير عمر؟ مين اللي عنده ساند انيميشن بيرفورمانس؟ اكيد واحده. فهير artist Elena Yao and we have the comma. Okay, what the problem here? Here we have a comma. And the engineer Omar make like that. And then artist, then he make a comma. Then he make Elena Yam. Take care now, if you put here artist between two commas, that means that Elena Yam, it's not essential. And it's essential because I don't know which artist. Who is the artist? Engineer Omar. The same thing here. The same thing here. And why I'm going to put comma here? Why I'm going to just differentiate between the subject and the verb? Clear, Engineer Omar?
Clear.
Okay, 32. You got it right. Also, let's look at it. This vocab, he said in her sand animation performance, artist Elaine Yaha tells story through a series of images she creates by a layer of sand on a glass surface. Okay. Operating, can we say operate for a layer? Operate for a car, operate for a machine. Operate means to raise. Contrive, it will not come here. So it's better to say manipulating. And you answer it right on Engineer Omar. 33. Right, Engineer Omar. Skip it. 34 is wrong. Here he said, as she shaped the sand around the edges of this space. This what? This dependent clause. Silhouette of images such as, take care, I don't have the verb. Did the subject. Did the subject. I need the verb. Outline a face. So here the first mister. Why? Because from such as till the end, it's unessential. Or it's an example, but the verb is appear. Okay, wait, mister. If it's a verb, why we're going to look here to get it right? Here appear is plural. Begins singular. Starts singular. Appear singular. So I'm going to take the plural. I'm going to take the odd one out. Clear, Engineer Omar?
كتير.
Okay. 35, you got it wrong also. He said, she pinches sand onto that. I need the object of the preposition again. I need the object of the preposition again. So she pinches sand onto the what? Small objects. Take care. There's a comma before if it's right. If it's right. I don't know. So she pinches sand onto the glass to draw facial features and other small. No, here is going to be a big problem. Because why these commas? Why? If we get put and other between two commas, so it's not essential, and it's essential. If we're going to say glass, then comma, to draw facial feature and other, that means she pinches sand onto the glass. Till here, it's important. From to till object is not essential. No, also. It's important to explain why. Glass to draw, then facial features. It's not essential. Then other. No, also there's a problem. But if you look here, all of them are essential. She pinches sand onto the glass to draw facial features and other small objects. So here it's like X, Y, and Z. I'm sorry. Y and Z. Where is Y and Z? Here is Y and here is Z. 36 is wrong also. Why? Okay. 36, he said when she wants to create less defined images, dependent. I need the independent. Such as a group of trees or a snowfall. This, it must such as, take care. Such as, it must precede by a comma. So this is right. We need another comma for the independent. And now here is the independent. She does sand onto the glass with light shakes of her hand. Okay, mister? It's wrong. Why I'm going to put dash with the comma? Why I'm going to put dash? Such as before the comma, not a dash. So this is wrong. This is wrong. Third, if I put here comma, he said such as a group of trees or a snowfall. No, we don't need a commas here. Why? Because this Y and Z. Y or Z. Y or Z. No commas needed. It's not a list. Okay, if I said images such as a group of trees or a snowfall, where is the comma for the dependent and independent? We must have dependent, then comma, independent. So the comma is missing. 37, Engineer Omar is wrong also. Okay. Take care. If you're going to look here, we'll find that we have Yava's hands move fluidly. This independent. Then he said not pausing while a story is being told. There's a problem here. I know that there are two sentences right like that, but there is a comma. But there is also while here, and while is dependent. So we can't put a semicolon. If you have the independent and the dependent, nothing is going to be between them. So this is wrong. Okay, if we put comma, but the second one is independent. So we said if we have independent, we have to put comma, fanboys, or semicolon, or full stop. So this is wrong. Here, independent. So we can put a semicolon. Here is wrong. So the answer is C. 38, also wrong. Engineer Omar, you increase in the mark. Why you got this many mistakes? عمر احنا مش اصلا في الامتحان ده كنا علينا ولا ايه؟ ليه جبنا ميستيكس كتير هنا؟
مش عارف والله يا مستر، انا حاولت يعني اعدل الميستيكس اللي كانت موجوده عندي
اوكي
في الاجابات هنا، بس
تمام.
ما ظبطتش.
تمام. والله الامتحان ده هايف. Scenes during Gavin's 4-minute story. You've got a friend. This is the subject. Where is the verb? The verb is here. طب ما نرجع على طول بقى للقاعدة بتاعتنا بتاعت الverb. Illustrate singular. Illustrate singular. Illustrate plural. Illustrate plural. I can't use the odd one out. I have to decide the singular plural. The subject here is plural. So I need the plural. So cancel this and this. So illustrate much or many? Much for uncountable noun. Many for countable noun. Techniques هنا جمع. uncountable noun ما بتتجمعش زي rice oil sugar. Techniques هنا take many countable nouns. $39 also wrong. From this one. Okay. He said facial features. Okay, teacher. The subject. Where is the verb? Along with a teardrop near one eye. This is the verb now. Appear. And this now independent. When Yava pinches, here the dependent. Because it starts with when. Where is the subject? Here. Where the verb pinches. Bits of sand into place. Okay. He pinches bits of sand into place on the face of a young woman. Okay, there is no mistake here. For me, no mistake. Let's find here. Into place to form the woman's eyes, nose, and other facial features. Why? He said here facial features. Why? I'm going to repeat it again. Thank you. During the 4-minute performance. It's no additional information that I'm going to put it here, but it can be right. So A and C can be right. Delete the underlined portion in the sentence with the period. It's better. Why? Because here he's talking about that drawing. And here he said facial feature along with a teardrop near one eye appear when you have a bunch of bits of sand into place. So we mustn't just write A or C. We can delete it. So the answer is D. 40 is right. 41 is wrong. Okay. He said here a steady sweep of Yab's hand, then outlines. So sweep, then outlines the silhouette of a second female. This is the problem now. On the right hand edge of the glass. Okay, if I said a second female face, it's right. A second female face in addition to the first. Why? Shorter is better. Why I'm gonna say in addition to the first? ما هو قال second. Why I'm gonna say بالإضافة إلى الأولى. Face outlined in the sand. He's just tell us that it's outlining. Why I'm gonna repeat it? Face of a woman. He said female. So she's a woman. ولا female بقت man. So shorter is better. Let's look at 42. It's right. 43, right. 44, right. 45, right. Thank you, Engineer Omar. Perfect. Let's go to Ziad. 46, you make it H, Ziad. Let's find. He said, and so there, I was in her. Take care. And so there, I was in her car. It being 3:30. What the meaning of being? Being is not a verb. If there's a second sentence, being is not a verb. Okay, the time being is not a verb. Then if I said car at the time, why I'm gonna say the time? Why I'm gonna say the time here? So car at 3:30 in the morning. Clear in engineers yet?
clear يا مستر.
Okay. 47, you answer it right, but as I took from your friends to answer something right also, or explain it, let's find this. Here we are talking about transitional. So we have to look before and after, but before we have to find the function. Further addition بيزود معلومات. Consequently, cause and effect. Instead, so contradiction. Still, here he said further addition. Still, so agreement. ما نقدرش نشتغل بالodd one out. So let's find before and after to find what he is telling us. We were in Moy. After all, we had spent the day before lying on the beach. Here he said, I decided to take her word for it. Okay, it's not a cause and effect. It's not addition. It's not a contradiction. So we don't have it except that still. We were in Moy, so I decided to take her word for it. Actually, Engineer Ziad got it right, this one. 48, right. 49 is wrong, Engineer Ziad. Okay, let's find why. He said tourists and locals. Okay, the subject. Alike make the artist take care. He bring a like and he make the verb. And all of them actually have make. The artist, 38 mile. Then he put a comma. Cheerfully navigating the hairpin turns in the dark hours of early morning. This is a modifier. And because it's away from the word that it modify it, we put comma before it because it's essential. المفروض chill for navigating تبقى للtourists and locals. The problem now that in the subject and verb, we mustn't put between them anything. So comma is wrong. Okay, comma after make is the problem. Make what? Make the address 38 mile. So it's important. So you can't put a comma. If you put, as we said, comma before make, is completely wrong from the beginning because we can't separate between the subject and the verb. 50, also wrong. I, subject. Then on the other hand, okay, it's not essential between two commas. Clutched, verb. My coffee and tried. I'm sorry, did the verb. Also verb. Not to focus on that. I need now object of the preposition. Well-traveled road before us. Okay, I don't have any problem. But in 50, actually ask me something. Let's find. Which choice most effectively illustrate the drive of the volcano was unsettling for the narrator? I need something to show that this drive was unsettling, something that is hard, something that caused trouble for the narrator. Well-traveled road, يا راجل بقول لك trouble، بقول لك unsettling. ازاي تقول لي well-traveled؟ معناها صح grammatical. Steep tangle of road looming. Steep يعني حاجه بتزحلق. Steep زي حاجه مميلها. Road that unfolded, it can be also. Winding road, it can be, but unfolding and winding is the same answer. It's better to see steep tangle of road looming. 51 is wrong. He said, once we reach the summit and park the car, okay, my misgivings were compounded, subject verb, by the shocking cold. Why all of this is underlined? So let's take part by part. We're compounded by the shocking cold, then semicolon. And if there is semicolon, so we need a complete sentence after. We need a complete sentence after, and it must be because the semicolon is right. So A is wrong because it's not a complete sentence. B is wrong because it's dependent. D, if I delete the underline, also is going to be wrong because I need independent. I need independent. So the only one is the independent. It was at most 40 degrees Fahrenheit. 52, wrong. He said about 100 people had already, okay, gathered. Had gathered is the verb. Had already gathered a guardrail, the only thing separating them from the crater's edge. Wait, about 100 people had already gathered, then comma, here is going to be a kind of prepositional phrase, our modifier. About 100 people had already gathered, a guardrail, the only thing separating them from the crate. No, this is the modifier. This is the modifier. A guardrail, the only thing separating them from the crater edge. So this is a modifier. So about 100 people had already gathered. I don't have any problem in this one. Okay, mister. If I put was, so that means it's going to be independent. And this independent. So we mustn't separate them by a comma only. So it's wrong. Again, this is going to be independent. So we mustn't separate them with nothing. It's going to be wrong. Okay, if we didn't write anything between them, no. This modifier is away from the word that modified. He said about 100 people had already gathered a guardrail. So it must describe here the part of people. It must be after people. So it's far away. We must put comma before it. 53 is right. 54 is wrong. It was strange to stand before such alien beauty and hear the familiar murmurs of chit-chat and the casual slurps of coffee coming from, I need also object of preposition. Object of preposition. So collective crowd that had gathered, or crowd of about 100 people, or crowd who stood together by the crater edge. All of these have the same meaning. So shorter is better. Another time. $55 is wrong. لا دي انا زعلان منك خالص، زعلان منك خالص يا زياد. دي غلطة ما تتعملش خالص مع طالب عندي. ازاي 55 تقول لي سي يا زياد؟ ده سي اصلا غلط. مفيش حاجة اصلا اسمها كده يا زياد.
ايه ده؟ يا لهوي، انا اتلخبطت، معلش.
المهم. Okay. At exactly 5:57 a.m. the sun made, thank you, subject verb. يعني I don't need subject verb again. طب made itself or made its way. ما itself مش محتاجين way. So it's 56 also wrong. Not to mention that someone standing near us began a meal oil and native Hawaiian chant. Okay. طبعا دي لازم تكون modifier. Not to mention that someone is standing near. كل ده modifier. بس برضو I'm gonna go to shorter is better. In any event, someone, but okay, the same. To conclude, someone standing near us began a meal oil. خلي بالك. بعديها modifier. جايه ليه قبلها كوما؟ لان المفروض كانت تيجي ورا someone. يبقى shorter is better again. اهو سؤالين اهو shorter is better. 57 wrong also. We observers خلي بالكم do subject برضو بس ده positive important بيأكد. We observers start يبقى we have the subject, we have the verb. Okay. We observer stood next to each other shoulder to shoulder and observed. Okay. تمشي. Next to each other observing. Also تمشي. Shoulder to shoulder close and observe. طب ما it's better to take the shorter. برضو نفس الكلام. Shorter is better. طب ما يا مستر انا عندي دلوقتي دي 3 ودي 3. Close and observed. Close and observed. هنا جبت compound verb. Start and observe. لا it's better as an idiom. ده كده idiom. يبقى start shoulder to shoulder يعني جنب بعض. جنب في الجنب. كتف في الكتف. Arabic example. 58 also wrong.
بس انا برضو مش فاهم 57 ليه، اصل انا حليتها دي.
انت جبت close and observe صح؟
يا
طيب انت ليه عدت observe تاني؟
يعني مش عارف، هو انا في الامتحان كنت محتار ما بين الاتنين، حاسس ان الاتنين يعني ينفعوا عادي، بس مش
ما هو
عارف
الكل
اختار
ينفع
بناء
الكل
على ايه.
ينفع الكل ينفع بس انا خدت shorter is better وبعد كده لقيت ان دول 3 ودول 3
أنا عارف
بصيت
كده،
ان في
أيوة.
observers فانا ليه هعيد observe تاني؟ ماشي بني ادم؟
اوكي.
اوكي. 58 طبعا هو لسه بيكمل الجمله. As the ascending sun lit the sky golden and casted. Lit the sky golden and casted. البروبلم في casted. البروبلم في casted. هل في حاجه اسمها casted؟ This you have to think about. Do we have casted or cast؟ يعني cast هي present to past. Cast present to past. cast is present past. ما فيش حاجه اسمها lighted. هتبقى lit. يبقى casted here is wrong. Lighted wrong. Casted wrong. I lighted wrong. Here is right. Lit and cast. 60. لا في 59. 59 you make it wrong. He said the writer wants to add the following sentence to the essay. So we must find the keyword. Suddenly I didn't feel so tired and so cold. تعال نشوف البوينت اللي عملت عليها انجينير زياد. انت قلت C. Point C in paragraph 3. Here. شوف قبلها وبعدها. Once we reached the summit and parked the car, my misgivings were compounded by the shocking cold. It was at most 40 degrees Fahrenheit. خلي بالك ده الدنيا كانت ساقعه. وحضرتك هنا رحت قلت لي ايه؟ Suddenly I didn't feel so tired and so cold. مع ان الدنيا ساقعه. خلينا نكمل. I grudgingly pulled on the wall that drudging behind Kyla until we reached the main observation point. يعني ده سحب الوول هات يعني سقعان. فازاي حضرتك تقول لي ان هو ما كانش سقعان؟ ده سحب. طب look at point D in paragraph 4. Here. He said, we observers stopped shoulder to shoulder at the ascending sun lit the sky golden and cast a rosy blush onto the clouds below. يعني خلاص الصن طلعت. I was simply grateful to be there at that moment with Kyla watching the new day break over the island. هنا هو طبعا خلاص suddenly لان بقى grateful. I didn't feel so tired and so cold. 60 you made it right. Okay. Any questions, guys? Do you like this way?
Yes. I like it more the other way.
Okay. Dreamer Adam, do you like it?
I like it, but I have another idea in my mind.
tell me.
هو أنا شايف يعني الفكرة جت في بالي يعني إن إحنا يا مستر حضرتك تحل امتحان والتايمر قدامنا، يعني حضرتك تحله كله ونشوفك وأنت بتحله من غير ما حد يسأل أسئلة أو حاجة.
طب ما انا
يعني
بحله اصلا قدامكم يا زياد.
ما هو عشان